Today's devotion is called Sorry Comforters. We are on day 165, June the 14th, and today's morning rinse is Job 13 through 16. The featured verses include Job 16, 1 through 5, and it says this. Then Job answered, I have heard many such things. Sorry comforters are you all. Is there no limit to windy words, or what plagues you that you answer? I too could speak like you if I were in your place. I could compose words against you and shake my head at you. I could strengthen you with my mouth, and the solace of my lips could lessen your pain. The boxers rise from their corners in the ring and begin round 2. This is exactly what happened in today's morning rinse. Eliphaz threw the first punch in this new round with his disapproval of Job's defense. And these punches hit even harder than round 1. Job is amazed at these friends and gives them the title, Sorry Comforters. He is not weakened, though, by these first few punches from Eliphaz. In fact, Job stands up to all 3 men and gives some undenying advice that we too can glean from. If we have a friend going through something, there are some pretty valuable steps to follow right from Job's words. Those pieces of advice are this. Number 1, always watch what you say to those who are grieving. Do not let your words be windy, and do not let your words be useless. Be careful what you say. Number 2, if they vocalize confusion in their situation, so if somebody is grieving and they're kind of confused about why they're going through what they're going through, or you hear them asking questions about the realization of it, then realize that you may not be the one with the answer. Staying silent with them may be more powerful than trying to grab for straws at finding the answer. Number 3, put yourself in their shoes. Number 4, do not criticize. And number 5, strengthen your friends who are grieving with your words by giving hope and encouragement. Job said it right from his mouth. He was, criticizing them for what they were saying. Good for Job. Good for Job. But granted, remember, I don't know of anyone who actually has said such awful things that Job's friends said to him. And I don't know of any friends or any examples that are modern day that would display the things that occurred in this scene. I mean, it was pretty awful. As I spoke several days ago, they accused Job and Job's children of some awful, awful things and judged Job's family for all of the loss, him losing everything, basically. And they were friends of his. They knew Job. They knew it wasn't true, and they were grabbing for straws. They were sorry comforters, truly. So today's challenge to dig deeper is ask God to help you follow Job's advice. Do you have any friends right now going through a tragic situation, a loss of a loved one, the loss of a business? Did you hear anyone who is filing bankruptcy? Maybe they had lost a job. You never know this circumstance. You never know what has happened. Maybe they've lost a child. Ask God to help you follow Job's advice and contact your friend today and speak life into their life. Ask God to never allow you to be a sorry comforter to anyone ever. I'm going to read those 5 things again, but I'm first going to read the featured verses today, and then I'll read the 5 things. See if you can catch the 5 things when I read this. Then Job answered, I have heard many such things. Sorry comforters are you all. Is there no limit to windy words? Or what plagues you that you answer? I too could speak like you if I were in your place. I could compose words against you and shake my head at you. I could strengthen you with my mouth, and the solace of my lips could lessen your pain. So no, exactly those 5 things are not listed in the featured verse. The exact opposite, though, is number 1, watch what you say to those in grief. Don't let your words be windy or useless. Number 2, if they vocalize confusion in their situation or you hear them asking questions, realize that you may not be the one with the answer. Staying silent with them may be more powerful, which is exactly the opposite of what these friends were. They were windy words and making up stuff. Number 3, put yourself in their shoes, which Job was like, if you were in this situation, I could realistically say the same things about you. You're not putting yourself in my shoes. Number 4, do not criticize. Job was basically telling them, don't criticize, And number 5, strengthen them with your words by giving hope and encouragement. Like what Job said in the end, I could strengthen you with my mouth, and the solace of my lips could lessen your pain. That's what Job was saying to do. Ask God to never allow you to be a sorry comforter to anyone ever again. And I'm hoping that none of us have ever had been in that situation where we were sorry comforters. And maybe we were and we didn't realize it. Maybe we weren't as loving as we could have been or should have been. Maybe we tried to answer their questions and had no idea what we were saying, but were just trying to make them feel better even. I don't know. That's not what Job's friends were doing. They were not making him feel better. They were accusing him of so much sinful behaviors. When you pull out your journal tonight and when you are writing, write down what happened with your conversation today with the person who might be going through some horrible situations. Did you follow the 5 steps above? Write down how your conversation was and how it went. One of the hardest things for me out of those 5 things is if they vocalize, confusion in their situation and, I hear them asking questions as to why this may have happened or, what is going on. Sometimes I have caught myself trying to find answers. And, so I understand, sometimes we want to be the solution to somebody in grieving. Sometimes we want to, in essence, be the hero of the day, right? But that's not our place. Yes, we can be encouraging words. We can have encouraging words, and we can say something that is, a solace to somebody in grief. So just remember, sometimes staying in silence and just letting them talk or cry is way more powerful than trying to find the solution or the answers. So put yourself in their shoes. And, you might not know somebody who's grieving right now. You might not know somebody who's going through a really challenging time. But I promise you that you will. I promise you that you'll come across somebody who needs you to be the opposite of a sorry comforter. No matter who it is, you're going to come across that in your lifetime. I can pretty much promise that. So remember these 5 things. Put yourself in their shoes. And then strengthen them with your words by giving them hope and encouragement. Not fishing for straws for answers, but just being there, not criticizing, but giving hope and encouragement. And if you today are needing that and you're going through a really challenging situation or you're grieving, then ask God to send you somebody. And sometimes it may be ourselves to do this with. I hope that today encouraged you and inspired you to love on the people that are around you, to love on the people who even are sometimes unlovable, because God loves them and we're supposed to too. I pray that as we continue to grow and as we continue to love on the people that are around us, that I pray that we love them well. Are we perfect? No. But we can certainly strive to be close. So keep on keeping on as we walk through this really hard book and watching Job go through all of this. It's hard. And yet we can also apply it to ourselves, and we can also apply it to the lives of those around us who are struggling and who are grieving. And until tomorrow, keep rinsing, reflecting, and repeating. God bless you.